Yeah, I have to do it.
Sorry. Apple pen?
I'll try and explain. So, all the materials we've got, Christopher's going to assemble together. For many of you who haven't probably played Little Big Planet 1, we have different layers, thicknesses, and you can assemble all these different layers, thicknesses, and different types of material into various patterns and shapes to try and make what you want. So in this case, Christoph has taken a large square block up here, and he's taken a thin layer on front, which I believe he's trying to make the turret out of. So it's a very rudimentary tank at the moment, but hopefully once we've finished and jazzed it up a bit, it will be the most awesome tank you've ever seen.
I can now see what they're doing. Okay, so one person is making a tank from the regular side-on perspective that you used to see on the planet, and Christoph is making a tank from above, which is a neat little trick we do when we're making our levels. We actually sometimes fool the user into thinking they're playing a top-down shooter, or top-down tank game, or some kind of other top-down something. The way he's doing that is by he's going to place the it looks a lot like a little tiny white cross. Can you see that? That's where Sackboy sits.
This one here.
Yep, that's right, thanks, John. That's where Sackboy will sit, and if he's positioned it correctly, Sackboy will appear to be sat on top of it rather than on the side of it. Wait, I'll read to something else while they do that.
So as you can see, now Christoph's opened up this direct creating this, sorry. It's got a PlayStation control pad. It has prompts, wire prompts up there, and you can wire up any of the outputs from the 6-axis controller into anything you want in the level, whether that be a bomb, a piston, a door, you name it, just connect it to what you want.
And the really important part of that is we thought, well, you know, people want to make these games, they want to make their own kinds of games, they don't want to just make the numbers they want. So the important part of that is giving them access to the control pad, the PlayStation controller. And that was, when we suggested that, we thought, can we do that? Is it going to work? And it worked so well, we were just overwhelmed. Every button, including the 6-axis controls, are available for the players. So when you're creating your device, you can decide that, you know, I didn't really like the way in this game that the left stick did this. I would prefer if it was the 6-axis, or maybe I want to use X and circle instead of R1 or R2 or something. And this allows you to do that. It opens up many, many different doors for creating, and I just can't wait to see what kind of things come out of that.
So we realised in Little Big Planet 1 that people were trying to do this with the tool set that had been given in Little Big Planet 1 by using the sponge you could grab and buttons you could jump on. Of course, you could never really get direct feedback. It all felt never quite right.
Never quite right. So, you know, we really appreciated what they were trying to do. So we thought, you know what, we're going to be led by the community like we are with many things. We're going to just take some feedback from what they're trying to do, and we're going to try really help them to try and do this.
And the controller doesn't open up just vehicles and stuff like this. You can make essentially anything. It was one solution that can solve a myriad of problems that the first game suffered from to make.
Puzzle games, you know, anything you can think of. You know, zombie test machines. So I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the community and how we've improved the way the community can find and share stuff. I mean, actually, with Alex, do you fancy talking about the community? Okay, cool.
Well, I'm going to start running around the screen and then I'll try and help. Okay, so this thing here, that one, that's a roof object. So Christoph has wired up one of the 6-axis analog sticks to this onto the circuit board. So as he moves the, I think it's the X button actually, I lied, it's the X button. So when he presses the X button, this will apply a movement force to the object that he's stuck on. So this here, anything you put on the circuit board, is effectively attached to the object that it's actually on. So if he's got a mover which says move up, the object that microchip is stuck to will actually move up. Here we have a magic wheel, which will allow the thing to rotate. And I believe he's wired that up to the analog stick. So what I think he's trying to do at the moment is, when you press X, you're going to go up, and when you press left or right, the tank's going to go left or right.
Another thing which is really cool about LBP2 is something that we really didn't want to have in the first game, but we never really saw a reason to. Oh, look at that! Amazing!
Wow, there we go.
Look at that! Perfect. Is the ability to make things float, and well, we have a good physics engine. The game is entirely physical at all times, but sometimes you just want things to stay in the air, and aside from gluing them, it was very difficult to do that first game. So we created
This one here.
the little Apple device, which basically removes the gravity from the object. It's still got physics, but it doesn't fall, which is really important when you're creating your top-down tank games, or whatever.
And it's not just the gravity, it can actually dampen itself in physical space, so you can make it essentially not heavier, but harder to move. So as well as reducing its gravity, you can wedge it absolutely in place, so you can't move it at all, no matter how much force you apply to it. Here's a very, very simple electronic component. We have an OR gate. So if you wire anything into this OR gate here, where it's gone, a signal will come out the other side, so you can have multiple inputs activating one thing now.
When we're building our levels, we tend to look at the simplest possible way to use things. So initially, when we were building our vehicles, we'd say, okay, this vehicle, it can move this fast, it can fire rockets, we should have another button for shooting the laser, or we should have a button to make it jump. And we quickly realised that the best devices were usually the simplest, the ones which were one kind of control, or maybe one kind of shoot. And when you hand it to a player, it's up to the community to try and really explore what they can do context-wise, but we have to really present them in a way that was easy to understand for everybody and very accessible for everybody.
Looks like a nice tank. How's your tank going, Grant?
Okay, so they're playing sound effects now. That's one of the finishing touches. Oh, this is the emitter, a little grey circle thing there. This is originally designed to look a bit like one of those things that you push your tea towel into. What is it, like a tea towel holder?
A tea towel holder.
And I'm not quite sure why, but that was the design. And that's to be used to fire the apples. Is that right? It was an apple tank, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We put the apple in there somewhere. I think it's ended up being just a red tank.
Oh, you also got to shoot vomit cheese. So it's an apple tank that shoots vomit cheese as well. I think that's a big win.
Oh, you're sticking an apple to the tank. Oh, great. Okay, so Grant, do you want to show off how your tank works? Is it ready for playtest? Do you want to close the mic chip first?
Almost there.
Almost there.
So we actually have collapsible menus now. Before we used to have menus that were huge, and we now keep them a lot more simplified and streamlined.
These green and red tiles you can see with the microchip board on, these things are what we place our little components on. And they're a great way to build input the out inside the microchip, and then they'll cut away like you just did, collapse it back into the controller. And now it's hidden. The player won't see that when they play the video. You'll just see on this awesome apple tank. Right, so we jump in and just give us a spin. Oh.
You have to unpause it, Christoph.
Very well.
You have to unpause.
Oh yeah, unpause. Nearly finished.
Really so close.
He's wiring up R1 to the shoot mechanism now, so we now have the ability to shoot.
Which tank's going to win?
Oh, big brother.
I think your wheels need more power there.
There we go then.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
How are these flat with these big contacts as well?
So that's another thing we have. We have new destroy effects. If you remember in the last thing, we just had a dissolve effect. We now have explode, splat, shrink, fade, fall apart.
Loads of ways of creating effects.
Make them explode.
Exploding apples, perfect.
Make the apples explode, Christoph.
Right?
Make the apples explode.
Explosive apples. Okay, I think that's... Does anyone think of anything else they'd like to see in this level? Was that a turtle?
A moving level.
A moving level?
Okay.
We've only did
Wow, I see.
We got
well, we probably could do that.
We can do that.
Okay, let's go to the level
naming.
Yeah, we can show close shave. That's a great idea. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to now show a chunk of level from that we built in the game.